So this is a tying of one of my favourite late season salmon flies. I've just tied in there a little bit of bucktail, red bucktail. It's an oinkill GP tied in red, and it's a great fly for the back end of the season. I like the red shrimps at the back end, and I'm not quite sure whether they are more effective or not, but they give me a bit of confidence. So this is a variant on a fly that Richard gave to me. Usually we wing that with a bit of this, or veil it, should I say. It's kind of weird tying at this sort of odd angle, but usually veil it with just a little bit of that GP wing feather. Hang on, if I get my scissors. I guess you can leave out that first veiling and you'll probably still catch as many fish, but I quite like it there. And then so it's really simple, quite a simple fly to tie, and I hope you'll agree that it is quite effective to fish, and also I like the way it looks. It looks very elegant. Tying a little bit of gold. The original is a silver rib, but this is the red variant. It's devised by me, and then we just need a little bit of can't bloody find it. Right, just sitting there all along. Some red floss. I'm going to wind that down quickly, and then I'm going to wind it back up again. Gives it a little more of an even body. So I've been told anyway. So you've got a nice red body, a gold rib. Really simple, as I say, this fly to tie, and it's quite satisfying. And I think some of the flies that are nicest to tie are the ones which are fairly simple but also give a very pleasing result. You want to pick a hackle that's not too big, because this is quite a small fly, as you probably see. I think I'm tying on a 12 here, back end, but on Arwee River there's no, oh, that snow's too short. There's no water, so, I mean there's water obviously, but there's no height of water, so I'm just looking for the perfect hackle here. A dyed red. I think normally when I do this for the old blog, I like to tie a couple up first just to remind myself what the blinking blonkers I'm doing. And this is the first one I've tied for must be months since I've tied this pattern, but I was fishing it and enjoying fishing it the other day, and proceeded to lose several of the small ones up various bushes. So I'm thinking, well, there's a solution to that. It's fairly simple. So you know, you're already getting something which looks quite nice and shrimpy. And believe it or not, I mean, that's almost it. Doesn't seem much of a fly to tie, but tongue twisted. We have one of these dyed red dyed red GP wings. So it's really a red and black kind of affair, although everything you tie with is red. I like to get them on straight. But there's wee bits of black here and there. So that goes on there, and then once again you just veil that with a little bit of this. That's not a very red one. I don't know whether the veiling adds anything to the mystery of the fly, but sort of makes it seem to have a bit more body. I mean, often with an alley shrimp or something you'd put an underwing, and this has it's almost the kind of reverse. It's got a sort of overwing. The funny thing is, despite this being not the easiest tying because of the nature of the camera being there, not that I'm nervous or anything, but it's just that the camera's kind of in the way to get me my elbow in there. I think it's going to be okay, this one. So you can see you've got a couple of stray hairs there. So, I mean, how simple is that? I'm going to just put a little dab of varnish on there. I use nail varnish. I think it's hard to beat, actually. Hard as nails is my favourite. I like to have two different, a tip that someone taught me, two different thicknesses. Some that's really new and some that's starting to thicken up a bit, and you could use them to the first coat, the thin, and obviously thicker for later. Now, that's not bad. I probably would have tied a slightly shorter wing, but if I put it there, you can probably see it's quite a nice little shrimp, a little bit of the gold showing through there, and you can just see colour balance is probably wrong, but this is quite a red little fellow, and the long tail gives it plenty of movement. And I know everybody's fishing the pot-bellied pigs these days, but that'll kill as many salmon as a pot-bellied pig, I think, on its day. So tie a couple up, try it in orange as well as red, both worth a try. Tight lines.